there my lovelies, and welcome to my BookTube channel, Just Sexy Library Fox. My name is V, and today we're already going to talk about my January to be read. Yes, we're already going for 2024. I'm recording this in 2023 in December because I know I won't have any chance to get to recording a video during the holidays. I just know it. So I'm recording this in December, but it will be up at the beginning of January in the next year. And well, I'm going to talk about channel plans as well, and I'm going to talk about the traditional give me 5 books to read thing I do every year. So yeah, we're going to keep this very traditional today and I hope you'll still enjoy this video. Okay, so first things first, the books I want to read in January, and I thought long and hard about how I wanted to start January, and well, I decided I might as well start it with a buddy read with Bia once again. Bia, if you see this, you get a finger heart from me. I just loved our buddy reads in 2023, and I decided, and well, Bia and me decided, actually I think Bia was the one who suggested it, that we would start into the new year with a buddy read as well. And I honestly can't think of a better start to the new year. So a buddy read it is, and of course we're continuing with our Finlay Donovan read. And I think the third book in the series is called Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun, and it's also written by Elle Cosimano, as all the other books were before, of course. You can already tell I'm in a very chaotic mood today, so please be with me. Anyway, Elle Cosimano, Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun. It's the third book in the series. We already read book 1 and 2. We had a blast. It was a wild ride with both of those two books. And as for what the third book is going to be about, well, let's say Finlay is kind of in debt to the Russian mob now. And Felix, even though he's in prison, is still pulling all the strings in that town. And well, he wants her to find out the identity of a certain hitman or hitwoman. No one knows who that person is, and Felix is very interested in finding out who's behind that synonym and who's that contract killer. So he tells Finlay to find him. And apparently there's also some sort of police academy thing going on with civilians. Nick, our hot cop from the first two books, is put in charge of well, inventing some sort of police academy for civilians. And of course, Vero and Finlay sign up for that. So I already know this is going to be very chaotic and a lot of fun, and probably even wilder than the first two books, if that is even possible. But you never know with Elle Cosimano, so there's that. I'm totally looking forward to this buddy read. Interestingly enough, Julian wasn't even mentioned in the blurb, so I wonder if the thing with Julian is really over, or if he might make an appearance in the third book as well. You never know. Anyway, I'm still looking forward to that buddy read, and honestly I can't think of a better start into the new year. And the second book I want to read in January, I decided I might finish the series at the beginning of the new year, because honestly there are so many series I started and never finished, and that was actually a goal for last year. One of my channel plans and goals was to continue to read series and to finish them, which I mostly didn't do because 2023 was a wild year, but we will get to that later on when I talk about the new channel plans. For now, I'm going to talk about the second book I'm going to read in January, and it's this one here. It's the Nobleman's Guide to Scandal and Shipwrecks by Mackenzi. And I already read the first 2 books in that series. It's called the Montagu Sibling series, I think. And in the first book, I think the first book is called The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. All those titles are really such a mouthful. It's not easy to speak about them because they are so long. The titles are so long. Reminds me kind of the bands and the names of the bands and all those long titles of songs that were very popular for a while. Anyway, let's get back to the book. This one has been on my to-be-read for a very, very long time. I love the first 2 books. The first 2 books were about Monty and Percy's love story. The second book was about Monty's sister Felicity, and she also had a really great and interesting book. I really enjoyed that one. And the third book is about, I think they called him the Gremlin in the first 2 books. They actually have a younger sibling, a younger brother named Adrian, and I think they only called him the Gremlin in the first 2 books because he was so little back then. He was a baby back then, and so this also plays about, I think, 16 years after the happenings of book 1 and 2, and is about Adrian in his teens, and he didn't even know that he has siblings, but after the death of his mom, he finds some clues and goes looking for his siblings. And apparently there's a great anxiety representation in this one. Adrian suffers from anxiety, and I think the grief for his mom will be a part of the book as well. I heard really great things about the sibling relationships in this one, so I'm totally looking forward to read this. And of course, I can't wait to read more about Monty and Percy and Felicity as adults. I'm very curious if Mackenzi will manage to convey some sort of character growth. I mean, we're talking about happenings that play 16 years after they were teens, so they are probably already in their late 30s, early 40s, I don't know. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I can't wait to read this. The anxiety rap, the sibling rap, I'm really looking forward to this one. And it's the last book in the series, so I will finally have finished at least one series I've been reading for years. Okay, that much to this, and now to the second part of the video, which is going to be a little bit more relaxed. I got my B21 mug out of my cupboard. Last year I did the same, so you might say it's a tradition once again. And I'm shortly going to talk about the traditional 5 books I'm always asking for at the beginning of January, I think. I think I did that consistently for years now. At first on my blog and now on here and on Instagram. So what is this tradition about? Well, basically I always make it to be read with 45 books each year. And usually I'm very fast with writing down all the books I want to read the next year. I mean, my list is almost already complete again, but here is where you come into play. The last 5 spots on that list are always saved for you guys because I want to get recommendations from my viewers and followers. And so far, this was always amazing. I read the most interesting books through that. So I have 40 books on my list right now, and I want to get 5 recommendations from you. I will put them in here, and then I think it will be, well, hopefully at the middle of January, or at least at the beginning of February, Yeah, I think we can say at least at the beginning of February, I will draw them out of here. So all your recommendations are going to go in there and I will draw them out, at least 5 of them. So I'm very curious what you're going to recommend to me. I always loved your recommendations. They were so interesting and really books I usually wouldn't pick up, but honestly, I loved them. So I'm totally ready for your recommendations, and if you have some, please don't hesitate. Even if it are more books, I don't mind you writing down 10 book recommendations. They will all land in there, and maybe one of them will be drawn by me. So please just throw them my way, and I will have a lot of fun doing that in February, I think. So yeah, that's the first thing. And the second thing, which is also traditional for the January videos, is that I'm going to talk about my channel plans. And since I was really, I think I need a sip of coffee here to brace myself for the hall of shame that was 2023. I had so many channel plans in 2023 and the year didn't turn out as I expected. It was quite a challenging year, as you all know. I had a lot of things on my plate, some even, well, let's say life-threatening things, not for me but for family members. I wasn't as active as I wanted to be on BookTube. I barely watched any videos of other booktubers I'm following, and I'm so very sorry for that. But life just threw me for a loop, and I kind of tried to keep my head above water. I'm gonna be honest here, it was really not easy to even manage to get up a video every 10 days or so. So all the channel plans and all the ambitions I had for 2023 went right out of the window. And so I thought I might try to be more realistic this year, and if I manage to actually go through with some of those channel plans or goals, I will be happy and I will dance. But if I don't manage to do those things, I will just take it in stride and accept it, because sometimes life just throws you for a loop and just doesn't want you to do the things you want to do, or let's say your expectations and life don't match. So my channel plans for this year are very simple things. Like I really want to get to the goal of 400 subscribers. I wanted to get there in 2023, and turns out I didn't get there because I was barely active on here. And I decided I want to be more active again. I want to watch more of other people's videos. If I manage to get to 400 subscribers in 2024, it will be amazing. But my main goal for next year is actually that I want to get more involved with other booktubers, to talk more, to leave comments and to discuss books, and just being a part of the community. Yeah, I missed that in 2023 and I want that back, so I will try to be more active on here and to, I don't know, be a bigger part of things. Not that I didn't manage to do that in 2023. I was part of 2 collabos. I was recently a part of P.P.S collabo and of Christy Luis channel. I took part in her K-Tropathon and actually gave K-drama recommendations, and I played a little part in one of Bia's upcoming videos as well. So I will write down their channel names down below so that you can check them out. They both are amazing people. They both have great channels. I love to watch their videos, but I honestly didn't get to watch a lot of them last year. But they have awesome channels and they are so worth watching. And well, I was a guest at the podcast Books to Last by Jordanne, and it was a lot of fun. I've never been a guest on a podcast before, so that was a fun achievement and a fun collabo. Getting asked questions by other people is really interesting. I've never been interviewed before, so it was kind of weird but also fun. I will put down Jordan's podcast as well in the links below if you want to check it out. And well, I did a couple of things last year. 2023 wasn't all bad, but I wasn't as involved in the community as I wanted to be. So that is one of the main and biggest channel goals. And also, I already said it in last year's video, I want to get up my 2 tag videos. I already recorded one of them. I recorded the BTS book tag, I did. And I want to get it out into the world, but it got long and I will have to edit a lot and I just didn't have the time for it this year. So I'm hoping to start off the new year with this video and with this tag, and I hope a lot of people will do it, because I put so much effort into it and so many thoughts. So I would love to get that online and to finally be able to post it. That's also a huge goal. And I don't know about other channel goals. I wanted to go for some sort of interviews, but turns out 2023 didn't want me to. So maybe I can finally go for that in 2024. I don't want to make any empty promises because last year was enough to tell me that sometimes there are limits to what I can do, and I gotta accept that. You gotta accept your limits, and yeah. So I'm not making any promises, but I'm still planning to go for some sort of interview with other booktubers or maybe even with authors. I don't know if I can get one of them to talk to me. We will see. And yeah, I actually, one of the things I was very proud of, but that's not really a book channel thing, that's more like my army, me being BTS army thing. I actually gave my BTS art to an event in Vienna where they kind of made a tombola, and my BTS art was part of the tombola. So that was fun. I really enjoyed to do that, and the person who got my art was really happy and thanked me via Instagram. So that gave me a lot of joy, even though it didn't have to do anything with the channel here. But yeah, back to the channel. I don't have all too many channel plans and goals. I will see what I see. I'm just trying to keep running this channel. I think that's a really big channel goal, to just keep it running and to keep it up and to cater to what you're interested in. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see on my channel, whether it be more discussion videos or more tags, I'm really trying to get more tags up here. I've got tagged for so many things, but I still didn't manage to get to them. So that's probably another goal for 2024, to finally do more tags. The only thing I really managed to go through with last year was my wrap-up videos. I said I would go for wrap-up videos, and I did, and they were pretty successful. I didn't even know I had it in me to go for wrap-up videos, but apparently it worked and people really seem to appreciate them, so I will keep going with my wrap-up videos. and I will try to get up at least 3 videos. Maybe I can manage to get up 4 videos a month. I guess we'll see if I can work on that frequency. Quite honestly, last year I was just happy if I was able to get up 1 every 10 days. Yeah. Okay, so that's for me and for my channel goals for next year. I'm very curious which kind of channel goals you are aiming for and which channel plans you might have for the next year. I'd be really interested in hearing that. And well, also which kind of books you're going to read in January. If you've read the 2 books I'm going to read, if you've liked them or if you didn't like them, I'm planning to get up 2 videos about my favorite books and my least favorite books of 2023 as well. So stay tuned for those. And well, I guess I'm already at the ending of my video and there's nothing left to say except of take care, stay healthy and safe, and see you around the next time. Bye!